the first one of the BMA's series, which is 7 years old now. But I like seeing how dumb people die, or people dying in dumb ways. So we're going to watch some Darwin Awards instead, since it's a little bit shorter and I got to get some videos made up. All right, let's check it out.
When Charles Darwin developed his theory of evolution, he discovered animals bred selectively, so the strongest and fittest of the species were more likely to mate and pass on their DNA.
Yep.
Darwin called this natural selection, but every day people do stuff so stupid they actually die.
Yeah.
And so no longer have the ability to pass their DNA to future generations. Long after he died, the Darwin Awards were created.
The sad part is some of these stupid people have kids it's before they do something stupid enough to die.
As a tongue-in-cheek way to remember those people who have removed themselves from humanity through their own stupidity. Coming up are the 20 dumbest of the dumb Darwin Award winners.
Obviously there's a lot more than just 20, but we'll watch this.
Number 20.
For the 20.
When inmate Michael Godwin had his death penalty commuted to a life sentence, he was grateful to be able to walk away from death row. But it seems that karma had other plans. One night in 1989, he discovered the television in his cell was broken, and deciding to fix it himself, embarked on a little DIY. Foolishly, he thought it would be a great idea to use his teeth instead of a wire cutter. Biting down on a live wire, he electrocuted himself, not helped by the fact that he was sitting on a metal toilet at the time. Godwin may have escaped the electric.
He escaped the electric chair just to end up on a new electric chair. Dumbass.
Chair, but it seems destiny was intent on seeing him die by electrocution. Number 19. Airless Airhead. When a Brazilian farmer discovered a beehive on his property in 2002,
I think I've heard this story before.
Precisely two things. Bees can sting, and they need to be
they
removed
definitely
with fire. No one knows why he decided that.
Why fire, though? There's plenty of ways you can get rid of bees without fire, but fire is the fun way, I suppose.
Fire was his best option. All we do know is that he fashioned a makeshift helmet from a plastic bag to save himself from both the smoke and the bee stings. But besides all his careful planning, he didn't bother to think that he might have to breathe, and failed to poke air holes into the plastic bag.
Even if he did poke air holes into the plastic bag, there wouldn't be enough inflow and outflow from the bag for him to get any oxygen. Oh, fucking people are so goddamn stupid. They so deserve it when they die like this.
When he didn't return home, his wife set out to find him and soon discovered him suffocated beneath the beehive. He was untouched by the bees, though.
I'm sure they were. He was untouched.
Grenade. One afternoon in 2005, Marco decided to clean the chimney in his workshop, but when he tried to use a simple broom, he realized it was too small for the job. Clearly, he had to improvise. He decided what he needed was a chain to pull the broom through the chimney and a heavy object to weigh it down. Looking in his workshop, he thought he'd found the perfect thing: a grenade. All he had to do.
How in the hell do you have a grenade in your own workshop? Where the fuck did you get a grenade?
Now was welded to the broom and chain. Except he failed to think about what could happen as he switched on his welding equipment. As soon as the flame met the grenade, it exploded, killing him instantly. The chimney, however.
And also, how do people not know what is in a fucking grenade? If you're going to weld something, create that much heat, obviously it's going to blow up.
Was left completely untouched by the blast. Number 17. Behind enema lines. Texas shop owner Michael was an alcoholic, but not an ordinary one. Due to a painful throat condition, he couldn't drink through his mouth. This meant he had to find other ways to consume his liquor, and his wife said he soon became addicted to enemas. This popular method is far more dangerous, as alcohol is absorbed directly through the capillaries in the rectum. So one night he wanted to get blind drunk and decided the only way to do it was to pour 100 fluid ounces of sherry up his rear end. What he didn't know was that after he'd passed out, the alcohol kept absorbing and he was dead by the morning.
Yeah, the intestines absorb nutrients and, well, anything a lot faster than the fucking stomach does, especially since it doesn't have to pass through the liver. So obviously it's going to absorb a lot faster and you're going to get fucked up really fucking quick.
The toxicology report stated he had a blood alcohol level of 0.47%,
Damn!
meaning he'd pretty much embalmed himself. Number 16. Parking brake fail. When we're constantly reminded to recycle, plastic bags can be a source of annoyance. So when a 58-year-old Australian woman was driving to the grocery store and thought she'd forgotten her plastic bags, she promptly stopped her car to check the trunk. If only she was more worried about her parking than she was about her grocery bags, she would have remembered to put the handbrake on. As she checked the trunk, the car began rolling backwards, crushing her to death. Somehow she managed to run herself over.
I mean, that's pretty dumb, but that seems more like an accident, depending on how she went about doing the braking, where she parked and all that. It could be considered a Darwin Award, but it also, if we had full context, it might not be.
Number 15. Irresponsible. A Romanian man in 2002 decided he would skip checking the local train schedules and instead deduce if the train was coming through the power of his own ears. Lying on the railway line, he pressed his ears to the tracks to hear if the train was approaching. Clearly his hearing wasn't all he thought it was, because he never heard it coming. He was hit by an oncoming
How? Even if you didn't hear it coming, you should be able to feel it coming. The train is going to cause vibration on the rails. How are you that dumb? How did you not even bother to look, for that matter? No sympathy.
express train and died immediately. Number 14. Lava La Vida Loca. Don't you just
Lava
hate
La
it when your
Vida
lava lamp doesn't heat
Loca.
up quickly enough? Well, 24-year-old Philip did. After plugging in his
Oh, I
lava
think I
lamp
know
and
this
waiting
story.
a few minutes, he was disappointed to see that nothing was happening. Eager to get it working, he decided to speed up the process by
I was a little annoyed when I had lava lamps too. They take so damn long to get going.
placing it on a hot stove. But with the contents of a lava lamp only being designed to withstand temperatures of up to 40 degrees, it quickly overheated and exploded. Poor Philip was killed when the glass from the lamp shattered and penetrated his heart. Not so
Ooh.
groovy. Number 13. Under Pressure. Two bored comrades in a romantic
Actually, I think Mythbusters did the lava lamp thing. I think that's where I know that one from.
aluminum factory decided to have some fun with an air hose actually used for industrial machinery. When blowing dust off their clothes became boring, they cranked things up a notch and decided to remove their clothes entirely. Things quickly moved below the belt when one of the guys decided he was going to see what happened when he pumped 6 bars of atmospheric pressure into his anus.
Oh. I'm not sure what 6 bars is, but industrial hoses have a lot of fucking pressure behind them. Your intestines are going to explode very, very quickly.
Not only did he break employment regulations, but he also broke right through his intestinal tract and he died within minutes from severe internal hemorrhaging.
Yeah, I would
Number
imagine he
12.
would.
Danger Zone. In 2017, 2 United States Navy pilots got a little too carried away.
All right,
with
see you later,
Top Gun
Penny.
When they decided to completely abandon safety regulations to perform daredevilish stunts, reaching astonishing speeds while flying as low as 210 feet, a good 300 feet below their minimum permitted altitude. Things were bound to take a downward turn as they swapped controls back and forth. Descending too low and slow.
I mean, that seems like a really dumb decision anyway, to be swapping your controls back and forth, especially if you're flying way too fucking low. I'm not a pilot. I don't know anything about being a pilot, but that seems like a really bad decision.
One of the
Obviously
pilots
it was,
traded off
because they're
controls to his
dead.
co-pilot, but it was too late. The T-45C Goshawk crashed before they could safely eject themselves. Instructing pilot Lieutenant Birch was fond of the phrase, "There are old pilots and there are bold pilots." He
Well, obviously we know which one he was.
failed to mention that there are also outrageously dumb ones.
Number 11.
Cruise control. The fastest human can run over 27 miles per hour.
Usain Bolt.
But that's only after accelerating during a run-up. A Dutch teenager in 2004 thought he could do better than that and get close to that speed straight away. In a bid to impress his friends, he set his car to cruise control at 20 miles per hour and told them he was going to jump out and run alongside the car before jumping back in and driving away. But his shocked friends could only...
Yeah, that's a very, very bad idea. That first footstep, it will be suicidal, honestly. Yeah. When you have no momentum going forward, well, obviously there is some momentum, but no momentum with the legs and everything, you're going to catch that ground and it's going to treat you like a lever and you're going down fast as a fuck. 80, so 1 bar is 14.5 psi, so 6 is 87 psi. Yeah, that's still way too much. 87 pounds of pressure per square inch. Yeah, no, you're done. You'd probably be done with one bar of atmospheric pressure, because 14 in on every square inch would be still disastrous. But 87, yeah, no, fuck, you're dead. And he was dead.
Look on as he stepped out the moving car and immediately smashed his head on the tarmac. He died the following day.
I'm impressed he didn't die right then and there. Fucking smash your face against the pavement.
Number 10. Treasure Hunt. Described as the world's largest treasure hunt, the geocaching app allows people to follow online clues and find small treasure boxes, known as geocaches, hidden in their area. Sounds like harmless fun until someone decides to head...
Your bike tire is 30 to 40 psi. Yeah, so that means it was over double going into this guy's intestines. And bike tires are built for pressure. They're built to expand and everything and hold in pressure. The intestines are not.
Down a flooded waterway in search of trinkets. When meteorologists warned the Czech Republic of impending rainstorms, most people paid attention. But not this group of geocachers who thought it would be clever to climb into an underground waterworks tunnel. Although 2 members of the group survived, 2 others were swept away, with 1 young man still reported missing.
Number 9. Dying for a smoke. Nobody likes long bus journeys. They're cramped and boring, not to mention you're basically sharing a tin can with dozens of strangers and their farts. One Scottish woman especially hated the idea of spending 12 hours stuck on a coach from Glasgow to London without a cigarette. Passengers reported that she grew increasingly agitated and watched in horror as she began throwing herself at the passenger door. The bus was traveling at 60 miles per hour when she tumbled out into the road before falling under the wheels of the bus. Smoking really does kill.
Number 8.
Stupid people.
Footrest. Most people go to the movies to see the drama unfold on the screen, not beside them. When a local man booked tickets in the VIP area of the cinema complex, he was hoping for a good time. What he got instead was a ticket to the Darwin Awards. After dropping his phone beneath his seat, he tried to retrieve it, only to get his head wedged inside the footrest. If this wasn't bad enough, he then suffered a cardiac arrest and died in hospital. Number 7. Victoria Falls.
That is a pretty dumb way to die.
Michael was a clever man. Not only was he a college headmaster, he was also a respected geography lecturer on the conferences circuit. While on a trip...
Well, he must not have been very clever if he's on this video.
To the Victoria Falls Bridge, he was happily taking photos of his girlfriend when he dropped his glasses over the edge. Thinking he wouldn't be able to enjoy the view of the glorious Victoria Falls without them, he tried to retrieve them, only to fall 40 feet to his death. Number 6. Killer.
I mean, there's some risks you just don't take. Even your fucking glasses are not worth dangling over the edge of a fucking bridge.
Whalebone. This historic entry into the Darwin Awards sees another clever man, founding father of the USA, Governor Morris, come to an untimely end through an eye-watering DIY medical procedure. When Morris began suffering from a blockage in his urethra, he took matters into his own hands, inserting a whalebone into his urethra.
No, 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 no. No, 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 nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Fuck no. No, nope, nope.
All he managed to do was give himself a deadly infection. Of course he did. November 6th, 1860.
Just shoved the fucking whalebone in his fucking cock. Of course he gave himself an infection. No, absolutely not.
Probably feeling pretty silly. Number 5. Distracted driver. 58-year-old Clifford Jones was driving without a seatbelt. He was also driving without pants. When a regular drive just wasn't interesting enough, he decided to watch a bit of adult content on his phone and have some fun. If only he'd kept his hands on the wheel. With the blood rushing away from his head, he grew increasingly distracted and lost control of his car. As it crashed, he hurtled through the sunroof and died on impact.
Number 4. Posing with a grenade.
What? Where are these people getting grenades? How are you getting grenades? That other guy, that other guy with the broom trying to sweep his chimney, and now this stupid person with another grenade. I think it said he's posing with it. Dumb motherfucker. Where are you even getting these things?
Making a smile, posing with angry animals, posing with a primed grenade. All things people will do for attention online. Yes, you heard me right. In 2017, Alexander Sasha Chechik from Russia pulled the pin out of a hand grenade.
Oh, that explains a lot. Russia. That explains everything I needed to know. Okay. No further questions on where he got the grenade.
While in his car and posted photographs of himself holding it to his girlfriend, probably as a way to show off his balls of brainless steel. A source who spoke to the Russian news service reporting the incident said, "The guy didn't manage to insert the hand grenade pin back in. The pin is the safety mechanism. It's the lever on the side of the firing mechanism that activates the grenade when released. However, it's still not worth risking it by removing
Absolutely
the pin."
not.
Police categorized his death as an accident and not suicide, as they believed he thought it wouldn't explode as long as he didn't throw it. Number 3.
I'm all for the Second Amendment, but so glad NPCs in US don't have guns, right? I'm glad that most NPCs, obviously there's NPCs out there that have guns. Obviously there's NPCs out there that have guns. And it's unfortunate they have guns because they're stupid.
3. Bear selfie. Prabhu Bhattara from India was on his way home from a wedding when he spotted a black bear.
Not grenades, yeah. Glad NPCs in US don't have grenades. Yeah, I am too.
Great photo opportunity. He got close to the bear and attempted to take a selfie with it. As he did, the bear mauled him. He died shortly after.
Why are you trying to take a selfie with a bear? Why? We hear these stories every damn year of some stupid person going to the national parks, in particular Yellowstone National Park, because that's like the biggest tourist attraction as far as national parks go in the country. And people try and get close to the wildlife. You dumb fuckers. They're called wildlife for a reason.
Due to his injuries. My advice, stay far away from bears. They may be cute, but if you photograph them at an angle that makes them look fat, it's game over.
Yeah.
Number 2. Sawing into a grenade. 2 pathologists.
Really? Our third grenade story? Really? There's only 20 on this list. How are there 3 grenade stories?
At a German symposium dinner told the tale
second
of a man
one
who stumbled across.
The second one was at least a Russian, so I understand that Russians might come into contact with things they shouldn't have, but still.
Across a World War II grenade. Instead of staying well clear, he wanted to open.
At least this one found a World War II grenade. Still.
It up to see how it worked. Back home, he placed it inside a vise and tried to saw it
The mind-numbing stupidity capable of people is unreal. The first one had a guy welding a grenade. This guy is grinding into a grenade. They're making literally the same stupid decision.
Perfectly in half. The saw detonated the grenade and the man died from a fatal head injury. A Upon
no
postmortem,
shit.
it was discovered there was very little brain matter left inside his skull.
Well, he probably didn't have much to begin with.
Although the two pathologists joked that there couldn't have been much to start with. Before
Great minds. Great minds think alike.
we get to our number one dumbest Darwin
Honorable
Award,
mentions,
here are a few
alright.
honorable mentions. There's this man who planked on a tiger. There's no
Ooh.
way he walked
I wouldn't even be in that cage. Fuck that. I would never step foot in that fucking cage. No fucking way.
away from that one. Then there's this guy who bit a tiger's tail. Wait, is that the same guy?
It might
Poor
be the same
tiger.
guy.
Oh, and this woman who got something stuck in her handgun.
Yeah, that's
Nice. Okay, so back to the final
dumb
award in
ways
our
to
countdown.
die.
Number one, smoking hot. Gary Banning from North Carolina was at his friend's house when he spotted a mysterious jar of tasty-looking liquid. Assuming it was hot sauce and without bothering to check, he flipped off the lid and started to drink it. But he soon discovered
Why would you start drinking hot sauce? Even if you were just assuming that it was hot sauce, why would you just start chugging hot sauce? I love hot sauce. I eat everything with hot sauce. But why would you just start chugging it?
it wasn't hot sauce at all, but a jar of gasoline. The shock of
How? How can you even confuse gasoline for hot sauce? I mean, maybe fire oil or something, but still, you'd have to smell it. What the fuck?
chugging gas
Will people hear the word parka and see animals and think that it's no different than a zoo, which proves their retardation? Exactly. Or, you know, an animal park you take your dog to or something. It's like, no, park is is I don't know if metaphor is the proper term I'm looking for. I'm sure it's not, but it's not the same.
gasoline was too much for Gary, so he spat it out.
Obviously, he's
going
gonna
to
spit it
with
out.
A cigarette.
I see where this is going now. This dumb motherfucker chugged gasoline, had to spit it out. He's obviously covered in it, and he's about to have a fucking cigarette. It doesn't take a genius to know what's going to
As soon
happen.
as he lit it, he caught fire and died
course
the
he did.
next day from his injuries.
Fucking
so which of
stupid
these
ass
Darwin
people.
Award winners do you think is the dumbest? Let me know.
When celebrities leave everything to work normal jobs, I might check that one out at some other time. That's going to do it for this video. I thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.